Muted. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the VOD Squad, the show where we talk about streaming technology. This is episode 243 on July 14th, 2021. I am Clyde, and today I am joined by Matthew Ross.
That was smooth, Clyde,
Hey,
I gotta say.
We do what we do. And Michael Aston.
Howdy, y'all.
And Jimmy Dremel.
Hey, Clyde. Hey, guys. How's it going?
We're off to a great start.
It's a great.
It's great. I don't know what you're talking about. Everything is fine. We're just doing great.
Yeah, absolutely.
No worries.
Everything is awesome.
Everything
is awesome.
Everything is awesome. Okay.
Yeah, everything.
Gotcha. How was your week?
I think it's been okay.
I think it's been okay.
Last week.
Well, all I gotta say is I'm glad I made it to here today.
What happened?
Well, on my way home, the side of the freeway I drive on was on fire because somebody somehow just decide what they think is a semi was dragging a chain and that was sparking and setting the but like I passed by 5 grass fires on my way home today. It's like, oh God.
How much accelerant is on the road that a sparking chain will set it on fire?
It's not that. It's just the dry grass on the edge on the side of the road. That's all. I don't know. Maybe somebody was driving by with a flamethrower and just having a grand old time and just trying to give, those firefighters something to do. I don't know. But that's what I heard.
Somewhere in the greater Seattle area, Smokey the Bear is in a bar, drunk off his ass, drowning his sorrows at the fact that people didn't listen.
What? Store your chains because chains start fires?
They do.
I don't know. All I gotta say is that was the excitement for today. Other than that, for me today was everything I touched broke initially, and then I was able to fix it. So net positive, I guess. That's just my day was like that today, all day.
All right. Awesome.
That's good because every saying is awesome. Right?
Everything is awesome.
Everything. Okay, just asking.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you guys are just so full of energy.
Mad Weave is saying, hey, there's parts of Arizona where you can fart and start a fire.
Yeah.
Well, there's teenagers all over the U.S. already doing that.
Yeah, they've already proven that
I guarantee right this very second someone is doing that.
Yeah, it's fuel and it's oxygen, so there you go. All you need is heat, and of course in Arizona it's like 130 degrees, so there you go.
Yeah, it's the downside to doing that is that smell of singed hair.
Hey, look, I'm Ghost Rider.
Well, before we get too far down that rabbit hole, why don't we get on with what we're actually here to talk about?
All right, so you know how Samsung TVs have this cool, Samsung only TV service that they have?
Cool.
Yeah, it's got free channels on there that you can watch. They're ad supported. That lets you watch these all these different things. It's only on Samsung TVs. Don't you know about that?
Sure.
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
have to have a Samsung TV to know that because it's only on Samsung TVs. It's not
It's
like
only-
I'll ever get a chance to try that app on any other platform.
Nope, not at all. Apparently, they secretly launched a web version for you of you have access to this exact same free platform. Maybe a little while ago, like more than a month ago.
And they never said anything about it.
They never said anything about it, and now people have found it, and they're like, "Hey, this is a cool thing! It's got free channels. They're ad supported. It's on the internet." And Samsung still hasn't said anything, apparently.
They declined to comment when they were contacted about it.
So apparently, the theory goes that they had this cool service that you could use to watch, these channels on their Samsung TVs, and then some of their customers like, yeah, but I'd like to watch this on something else, and so they at the same time quietly launched a web version of it, but never advertised it. So free service.
Yeah, how confident are you about your service when you launch it and don't tell anybody? Unless they just didn't want people to know.
I think that's it.
And in that case, then why even do it?
Well, because they wanted to support people who wanted to have access to it that weren't. I don't know. All I'm saying is that they didn't want people to know, and now people know, and I think that's great.
I mean, if you own a couple of Samsung TVs and you also have no Samsung TV in your office, this solves that problem, right?
Oh, sure. Oh, I'm not asking why did they launch it. I'm asking why are they refusing to acknowledge that it exists? Why were they trying to hide it?
Like Matt's saying, if they don't really want the general public, if they only want it to be something that's utilized by that very select group of people that would be, I'm a Samsung customer, but I also have places where I don't have the Samsung TV.
Because there's two people out there that are going to base their next TV purchase off of whether or not this app, and they don't want them to know that they have other options.
That's
Either
right.
that, or the spare server that they stuck it on, the Linux box in the corner that is running this service, probably can't handle all the traffic.
No. It's running on Windows Home Server.
Ooh. Now,
That was a
if
great
you love
product.
Windows Home Server, we understand, and we're really sorry that you lost that product. But
I
in the
was
meantime,
angry when they. Mhm.
get over
It was
it. It's
great.
been a while.
I know, but still.
So what all do you get with this service?
It's ad-supported video.
It feels like the Zumos and the Plutos and
Yeah,
So it's kind of like Pluto
Crackle,
TV.
yeah.
Roku channel. It's the Samsung channel.
It's all the hey, what will you let us stream your stuff if we get ad revenue for it? And they're like yes, and like great, we'll edit and let you put it on our service. And
Yeah, can we have the same stuff that everybody else is getting? Yes. Okay.
We'll do
awesome.
revenue sharing. Great, thanks. Bye.
Okay. All right. So I guess they figured they needed some sort of streaming service to come along with their TV that's free, I guess.
But there's so many.
They wanted one that they control.
It's got their brand on it.
The one that Bixby recommends.
Oh no. Yeah, that makes it even less useful. So I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, how many people? I don't know. And you know what? I bet most people do. Most people use. You think most people use their apps on their TV and not a
Some people
third-party
do.
box?
I don't know.
What do you think? What do you think the percentages are there?
I would
You
say
think
most people
do?
that buy a smart TV use the smart TV functionality. Luckily, most people buying a smart TV have been buying one with a Roku or a Fire TV built in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which are actually has stores and you can put third-party apps
Which,
on, is huge.
going back to my theory, I'm pretty sure that they didn't design a chip. They just have an internal HDMI port with a Roku stick plugged in inside the TV, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But
That's what I would do.
yeah, I mean,
Hey, how about this? We have an update from the guys at YouTube TV. They sent out an email to all the current subscribers saying that, hey, if you get that $20 a month a plan for HDTV, you can now use that same plan and get 5.1 audio through the Chromecast with Google TV, aka Sabrina. So you can use it to get the amazing sound out of your system. They also, this article mentions that it won't be very long, maybe a couple weeks, and then pretty much any device that can run YouTube TV at the HD level should also be able to provide the 5.1 audio as well. So,
but the point of this article was they made this announcement last month.
Mm-hmm.
They later came out and said, "Oh yes, it's coming to all Android TVs." Right. Oh, yeah, if you have a Sabrina, it's going to be a while.
Oh, I thought it was coming to it first.
No, it's coming later than other devices.
Oh.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, Google TV, I've been getting 5.1 Dolby surround sound out of my TV for the last 16 years.
No, this is on YouTube TV app. You get 5.1 from other apps. They just added it to the YouTube TV app.
Right.
The device could already do like Atmos and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that the app, for whatever reason, their app that runs on their device won't work with it right now, which you would think would be the first device.
Well, you would think so. At first I was thinking, oh, maybe it's because they want to sell their newer product, but this is their newer product. So it's like, yeah, I mean,
somebody messed up someplace.
I don't understand Google sometimes. I wish I did.
They like to shoot themselves in the foot. They go out of their way to do it. So yeah, if you were happy about that 4K upgrade on your Google TV or your Chromecast with Google TV, congratulations. You just have to wait a little bit longer for the audio on YouTube TV. I mean, it already has the 5.1 audio on most other apps, so
right. It's just that one app.
And if you're not a subscriber to YouTube TV, then it doesn't matter.
No, not really.
Well,
nope.
Welcome to the 21st century.
All right. Well, also YouTube TV has launched a couple more channels that you can get. Well, channel bundles is more like it. They're $5 a month each. You can add on, and they are called Docudrama, Con TV, and Dove. They are for various like documentary films, educating documentary films. The other one's for like action thrillers and horror and sci-fi fantasy, and the Dove channel is for your family friendly stuff. And I love how it says Abbott and Costello is considered family friendly. I bet you back in the day Abbott and Costello was considered very, very risque.
No, they were always family friendly.
Okay.
The kids would go down to the theater to catch the Abbott and Costello movies.
I know.
But I would say by today's standards, they probably aren't considered family friendly.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, there was that group that came out and said that the early episodes of Sesame Street aren't suitable for children.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, if Sesame Street isn't suitable for children, then yeah,
Abbott and
Costello with the 1940s and 50s sensibilities, they're probably not very nice about things that people get canceled over now. I still think they're very funny, but
I just look at these channels and I think, A, who's really interested in these enough to pay $5 a month? And B, really other things that I can spend even more money on with my already absurdly expensive YouTube TV.
That second one sounds to me like you're gonna pay $5 a month and not get anything. There's like nothing, no content. You
Yeah.
get conned.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Con
Oh.
TV.
Yes.
So we have a story here about TikTok. And apparently, they've added a Fire TV app for those in the United Kingdom, France, and Germany. Looks like they've been doing launches for Android and Samsung TVs as well.
Yep.
So they've been now providing their app with their service, and now on Giant TV, so you can watch those very short videos on the big screen. Which
Yeah, we had talked about the TikTok apps a couple weeks ago, but
and last week we hit it too.
Yep, and
Hmm.
so
And-
now we're I think that
Oh.
this is rounding it out. UK, France, and Germany aren't being left out.
I'll just repeat my warning of last time. Do not put this on your TV. This is not going to be a good thing for your life.
But what if you're looking for a new job?
If you're trying to do that, what were you going to do? Make a resume on TikTok? I mean,
Yeah.
goodness sakes, who would do something silly like that?
What is your
I
job?
know. You put your resume on TikTok if you want a job as a magician, a stripper,
So Vegas.
well, maybe.
If you're in Vegas and you're
Is
looking
there
for a
like
job,
other than stripper? Is there like a professional twerker?
lip syncer.
Yeah, lip syncer and
If
like
you're
some
trying
sort
out for
of
the Milli
cabaret.
Vanilli reunion band.
But I mean, that's ridiculous. Why would that even be a thing?
That's because a dozen companies are actually taking part in the pilot to take TikTok resumes, which so this apparently last week we talked about the fact TikToks might make it all the way to 3 minutes, but if it goes right now, if it's just the current format, they're only 60 seconds long. If you can't get your I guess it's a fast way to get through a whole bunch of candidates. It's like, oh, instead of us having to sit down with you, send us a TikTok video of and give us 60 seconds why we should hire you. I actually could see that as being an effective way of, weeding out a bunch of things in that, I guess.
So here's I mean, even the picture, it shows a kid that's applying to be he says he's an aspiring product manager, right? This is ridiculous for things like, for really any job aside from like the things that Clyde mentioned, or like a TV personality or like a weather person or something, where your ability to engage people on digital medium or video is going to be meaningful and important. Like the whole reason, I remember there's a large push for I don't even quite know how to word it, but basically you don't want your hiring practices to be based on, the first impression that you get from the appearance and actions of a person. You want to evaluate people based on their abilities and the ways that they can contribute to the job. Not just,
you're saying that people should
hey,
be judged on their actual merit?
Yeah. I mean,
whoa.
This is going the exact opposite of the
Okay,
direction
boomer.
that job applications should be going. That's right.
Oh, what's sad is that both of you are right. It should not be, yet it is.
That's right.
I guess I need to give this TikTok a try, huh?
No,
You looking for a
you
new
really
job?
don't. That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. It is a bane, a curse.
Jimmy, are you looking to join the Twerkforce?
No.
I've never even watched TikTok. I barely know what it is.
Now that's going to be a thing, Clyde. Thanks for cursing the world. The Twerkforce.
Oh God.
Twerkforce.
I'm gonna move on.
Is that what's on there? Right? Is that why you say that?
There are a lot of people dancing and lip syncing, and
Apparently there's a whole lot of pornography too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna move on to Twitter. It's nothing to do with twerking. Twitter has extended its deal with the NFL. They've had a deal with them to be the social media connection with the NFL and the players. They've also been providing the highlight videos for a while, and now it looks like they're figuring out ways of getting you to be more connected with the players and directly with the players themselves. They're setting up a way for you to get moments in there, and I forget what is the Twitter moments. It's like, is that like their version of TikTok? I don't know. They're providing a whole bunch of new polls and highlights that you can get access to. This is just the integration into Twitter into the NFL's broadcast, as far as I can tell. Is that correct?
Yeah. It's because they had Twitter was they had like an exclusive for a couple games a year previously, and then this is giving people the ability to interact with players and basically, if you ever wanted to, they want to do Twitch for live for NFL.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they supposedly have been working on this stuff, and I've never even noticed. So, all right, we'll just. But then again, I don't watch a lot of NFL, so. But I suspect there are people out there totally excited that this is keep on going and even going to get bigger and better over the years.
Yeah.
I'm just not that person, I suppose. Amazon Fire TVs are now offering the ability for you to watch Prime videos, as you expected, but the TVs now provide the option to do the watch parties feature. We talked about the fact that it was going to finally hitting the other devices like iOS devices as well. Last couple weeks, we did talk a little bit about this. Now it looks like they've got that integration built directly into your move into the TV apps, and so you are able to watch your movie and also at the same time watch it with your friends and family over the internet.
The day you've been waiting for has arrived. The day where it's required that you have a good microphone and headset in your living room.
Why?
Well, I mean, if you're going to watch party, the whole point is to be able to.
See, that's part of me is like, I'm watching a movie, stop talking. But unless it's a movie that's you're making fun of, or it's a movie you watched 100 times and you don't care if somebody interrupts you, because it's not like you're going to miss anything. You already have seen it a million times.
That's why we watch the stuff we do for a movie party.
I know, and it's great.
Good movies that require paying attention.
I know, it's good stuff, but at the same time, if I want to watch something on TV that I haven't seen before, generally it's because I want to watch it, and I hate being distracted. That's me. I don't know. Yeah, cool idea. I'm so happy. Also, watch parties is just kind of like I've also can experience. There's probably a lot of people who do this kind of thing. We're like, hey, we're gonna watch this new show that came out. Oh, you are? Can I watch it too? Yeah, I'll just start a watch party, and you can all press play and just happen to be seeing at the same time, even if you're apart. And like somebody hits pause for some reason, they need to go get more popcorn or something. They can go talk to each other real quick and say, hey, just so you know, how do you think so far? I don't know. It's going pretty well. Kind of thing.
All right.
If you are an ESPN Plus subscriber, sorry to tell you this, but you're getting a price bump. If as of August 13th, the yearly cost is going to be bumped up to $69 per year, almost $70 a year. That's $10 more. And if you were doing the monthly service, it's going up to almost $7 per month, up from $60 a month as well. The good news is if you are buying the bundle, lucky you don't have to get a bump at all. You get the same cost for you.
We need a bumper for Clyde Was Right. Because when they were harping and bragging about how cheap it is to get ESPN Plus, I kept saying it's only because they've got nothing on there. The minute they start putting stuff on there people actually want, that price is going to go up and it's never going to stop. And there it is. It's nice that existing subscribers are grandfathered in that package. But
That's true.
You think they're bumping it up because of the Olympics?
well,
That-
they're bumping it up because they're adding stuff that people are actually going to watch, because the stuff that people actually want to watch costs money.
And also the Olympics, isn't NBC like got that
Yeah,
cornered
they've
for
got
like
that
another
on
10 years?
lockdown.
Yeah, so I don't think it's the Olympics at all. So
Yeah, but who cares about the Olympics?
actually, I like watching the Olympics a little.
So do I.
All right, Stadia. They had a little update. They went out with information about what the future of Stadia. They're really happy about the fact that they've got 130 games on the platform right now, which is pretty cool. I gotta say, they got pretty good.
I think that's more than the PS5.
If you don't count their other game streaming stuff, I'm sure that's true. But the Stadia also announced that they're going to make a different change to their revenue split with developers. If your app is going to be making any money for them, they normally do a revenue split of 30% to them and 70% to you. And for what their changes is for the first $3 million of sales on your app on Stadia, that split is going to be only 15% to Stadia and 85% to you. So not bad. This is
That's much
hoping,
better than 30.
Yep, and also this is how Stadia trying to entice more people, more developers to include Stadia on their platforms. The streaming wars are getting hot.
I always say that, the closer you get to 10% is the closer that you get to no pushback, because 10% is one of those things that it's significant. For
But
the
it doesn't seem
too. But it's significant enough to keep, that the person receiving that 10% gets, what they're looking for, and then it's not like it's that kind of that threshold before you start feeling the pain of, 10% is a magic number.
You make $1 million and they want $100,000. That's a tiny.
That's much better than 300,000 for other app stores.
Agreed. So a lot of different companies, including Google, has been changing their normally 30% in the recent years, and so this is probably them recognizing and also them trying to see if they can get more people to move to their platforms, which is a good thing. We need this kind of competition to bring those prices down. I'm really happy to see this. Good job, Stadia.
Yeah, I mean, they still got a ways to go because Epic Games Store and the Xbox PC Store only take 12%.
Okay. Well, if you're a Netflix user and you have kids on your account that are using the kids mode, get ready for spam. That's right. You're going to get a little bit of email twice a week. It sounds like they're going to go ahead and let you know what your kids have been watching and how much. And I don't see this being good for anybody. I mean, seriously, it's going to be.
I need to go to my kids and say, you're not watching enough. I'm paying for this subscription. You need to put it to use. You've only watched 1 hour in the last week.
I don't know, but I will freely admit that this will be bad for kids and parents for whatever reason, including the reason I didn't think it'd be, all over the place. I don't like this at all.
I do like this from my mom. I want to know how much she's watching on my Netflix.
But is she using a kid's profile? This is only for the children's
She's using
profile.
a mom profile.
Yeah, no, this was for the nanny thing for the children's profile.
What's your objection to it, Matt? I mean,
my objection is that for whatever reason, somebody's going to see that their children are doing something and think, well, that's too much TV, or that's not enough TV, as Clyde said, or why are we watching all this, or we shouldn't be watching that, or whatever. Just seeing the fact that it's being reported to you gives you the opportunity to be upset about the thing that you're being reported about. Just like the apps that report there's somebody walking in the neighborhood makes people really upset about people walking in the neighborhood.
I appreciate the option
Yeah, I would love
As
it.
long
Opt
as you
in.
can turn it off. Luckily, I can turn this off because my kids are old enough that they don't use a child profile anymore.
Yeah.
So, but as the biggest downside to this is the Gmail spam filters are gonna, or spam folders, they're gonna be running out of hard drive space pretty fast.
This is not the only reason, that's for certain.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like my thing is, I think anything that I don't think this is bad.
No.
I'm not
No.
concerned about parents, monitoring their children's use and stuff. I think that the thing that is really, I mean, I think it's actually a good thing, really. Like, the only concern I would have with it is that parents put too much reliance on
Yep.
having an app guide them and tell them if their kids are watching too much TV or whatever, versus actually paying attention to their kids and talking to their kids about the stuff that they're watching and whatnot.
But
I think
see, this is my mindset is like, hey, I usually get this note that my kid is watching this so much of this show, and now I've lost that for whatever reason. It's like he's not watching anything. Is he getting on one of the profiles that don't have any kind of notice to let me know? Is he watching stuff he shouldn't be?
All I have,
that's this app isn't going to make or cause or decrease parents' paranoia about their children. I mean, I think if you're the kind of parent that is paranoid about your child, you're gonna be equally concerned. You're gonna find new ways to be concerned and whatnot. I think, like I said, that's why what's really important is that you be paying attention to your kid, watching what they're seeing, and talking to them about it. If this helps facilitate a bit of information in addition to that behavior, then it's a good thing.
Agreed.
If it is an attempt to eliminate the need to pay attention to your kid, then it's a bad thing.
My only argument is that you are speaking with a healthy frame of thought, and I know too many people who don't. That's all.
All I have to say is, Netflix, you are the babysitter, not the NSA. Good babysitters don't tattle.
That's true.
That's the rule number one about babysitting. Is you don't tattle.
Okay, unless it's bad.
I didn't know that about babysitting.
I gotta check with my babysitter. Excuse me.
Yeah.
All right. So remember years ago we talked about LG's rollable OLED TV?
Yes, we saw that at CES. I absolutely loved it. I wanted one, and then it disappeared, and they never talked about it again.
Well, it's back. It's the 65-inch 4K TV that can be set up either in a way that comes down from the ceiling or comes up like it, rising from the dead and from out of a box.
I loved it when it came out of the cabinet. It was
I'm
awesome.
gonna get one. I love that.
It's only $100,000.
I'm not gonna get one.
Can I get a 1/10 of one?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that's still $10,000.
That's still 10 grand. That's
can
still
I get
like
a 1,000th of one?
Yeah, that's more like it. You can get a 1 inch by 1 inch
for a
roll
dollar.
up LED OLED TV.
They shipped me 3 pixels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the future looks pretty good for millionaires, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, all technology gets cheaper, so in 5 years this will be at your Walmart for $600.
When we saw this, it looked good. I really liked the way it functioned. My only complaint was that it operated too slow. That they needed to just speed it up a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
but I mean,
yeah.
there's also the chance that they had it slowed really down really far for demonstration purposes, so that you could see it take time to disappear and come back.
Well, and they had videos playing on it while it was disappearing and stuff. So that's, I think it may be that it's a little faster, but I got to be honest. I mean, if like, what's the purpose for this? To me, if you're putting this coming from the ceiling, that's the most logical solution, right? Where it is in front of something else, like in front of bookshelves, or in front of your art, or your above your fireplace. That makes a lot of sense. It is actually a meaningful thing to do. You would want to roll it down so you can see whatever's normally behind it. Like I have seen lots of houses where the projector screen comes down in front of like the media center type equipment and stuff, but it is cool looking. I like it from an aesthetic perspective. It doesn't make sense to spend a lot of extra money to me unless you have that scenario where there's like a specific reason why you need it to go up and down. And if that's the case, having it go up or down slowly when you're done watching TV is no big deal, I don't think.
No, yeah, that's fine.
It's just okay, I sit down and want to watch it, and
but you just tell your smart devices ahead of time, hey, turn on the TV, and so it rolls the TV down and turns it on, and all of that happens.
Except you get that
as you're walking in.
You get that text, hey, turn on your TV. O.J. Simpson's in another Bronco chase. And you're waiting, and by the time the TV comes up, they've caught him.
Yeah, I mean, it's always
that's what I'm afraid of.
I just don't think it takes that long. It's not like it's like minutes. It was like 20 seconds.
No, it's fine. No, and honestly, I like it as furniture, where it comes up out of the furniture, because then they get the speakers built into it right there, low, and I see both use cases.
I mean, I've seen like in some fancy houses like Parade of Homes and stuff like that, where they'd have like a cabinet at the end of the bed, and it would be like a TV that could come up in front of the bed, which I guess
those take.
I mean,
up so
that
much
kind of
space,
thing.
though.
Yeah, it did. It does. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I guess I get it in some places, but it just, if it was even twice as much, it still wouldn't make any sense to me.
No. For a significantly
50 times more,
I'll get those short throw laser projectors that I absolutely love, that are a similar form factor.
Exactly.
You mean even bigger, quite frankly?
Well, no. The form
bigger
factor of the
size of the device.
Because it sits below the screen and shoots it up, or above and shoots it down.
Gotcha.
But
yeah.
Levy, can you roll up the TV? I want to watch my TikTok videos.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Hey, Bixby, turn on the TV, and then the shower comes on in the garbage disposal. Your garage door opens.
Garage door probably raises faster than this thing, so I don't know. All right. Microsoft has in the last couple of, recently they made an announcement. It was pretty big, I gotta say. Have you heard about their new announcement?
The Windows 11 that turns out I can run on my computer if I can track down the non-existent chip thingy.
Oh, you have a TPM chip that's possible with your machine?
There's a port on my board. I just have to find the chip, but nobody carries the chip.
No, okay. Well, no, that they did make that announcement. Yeah, that's true. But that's not what the announcement I'm talking about. So they've for a while been talking about having an ability for you to have Microsoft 365, and everyone's like, we're asking, what the heck is Microsoft 365? Oh, are they going to like charge you for you to use like a yearly fee for you to use Windows? That sounds horrible, because that's what Office 365 is, right?
So
when you buy, you're paying a yearly fee for an access to Office and storage and the other things.
Which works pretty slick.
I like it. I love Office 365. I honestly, I'd almost be okay with a Windows 365 in that scenario. Because you pay a lot of money for Windows.
You do? How much do you pay for Windows? How's the last time you actually paid for Windows?
$110 every PC.
Oh, in a business. You're talking, not at home.
Yeah,
No, at home it's $100.
it's $100, 110
I
bucks.
haven't paid for Windows since I upgraded to Windows 8, then to Windows 10, and then
Right,
for
that's
free.
true. That's been free. Those have been a free upgrade.
I've never paid for Windows.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Well,
too.
you just got new windows on your house last year,
those were expensive.
Well, yeah, just
They were
earlier
pretty
this year I
expensive.
did.
so yes, you have paid for Windows.
No.
Well,
But-
those kind of Windows, yes.
You didn't specify.
Well, Microsoft just announced today Microsoft 365, which is an access to a cloud PC, aka virtual machine.
Windows
that-
365.
Excuse me, is it Windows 365? Yes, I apologize. Windows 365's access to a virtual machine, also known as a cloud, what they're calling a cloud PC, where you will have access to a pretty decently powerful workstation for a fee that will give you access to a desktop that's yours with your apps. It'll have a decent amount of memory, 16 gigs on this first model they're talking about here, 8 virtual CPUs, 512 gigs of storage from the time of its launch. It's they're working on options of providing a dedicated GPU power for this thing, and it's going to be streamed to your home through a web browser or maybe an app. For a fee. Now, we don't know if it's going to be a yearly fee or a monthly fee because they're going to launch this service on August 2nd, and they're going to tell us about the price on August 1st.
So basically, this product is just a big middle finger to Citrix, because Citrix has made this possible with every version of Windows for going back a decade, called VDI. And Windows just said, "Ha businesses, you don't need to go through Citrix to do this.
Well,
You can do it native."
Yeah, I mean, but Microsoft, they did this a few years back, really, when Azure released their virtual
true.
desktop service.
Yep.
That was expensive.
But that was just
It's-
Azure. That wasn't like for home users too.
Yeah, I was going to say that's for business, and it's also, but this is pretty constrained. Whereas like Azure's virtual desktops, you can build out pretty solid PCs. These are constrained to a maximum of eight CPUs and 16 gigs of RAM, which is pretty small. You know, I don't think I would want to have a PC like that, but you know, my thought is this kind of thing would be exciting if it had a lot of power in, you know, a semi-professional person where you are doing like semi-pro work, like freelance graphic design or freelance 3D animation or something, where having a workstation would be nice, but somewhat cost prohibitive for the typical prosumer, right? So 3D animation workstations, you know, you're talking 32, 64, 128 gigs of RAM, and you know, you want as many cores as you can with the graphics cards that can do you know, high-end graphics compute and stuff like that. So those machines cost tens of thousands of dollars. If that was what this was covering, it would be interesting and exciting for somebody like me, because I do that kind of stuff and I just do it slowly on my current computer.
Just hope you're not someone that ever has to work offline.
Right. I mean, but that's the constraint, right? Like,
Yeah.
you have to have internet, and your internet's got to be pretty decent to
Imagine
really
trying to run this show from a cloud computer.
I want to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, we have to.
I don't
wait
know
for
that
the
that would
update.
necessarily be a problem.
I'm afraid of the latency.
Yeah, it could potentially be an issue, but I mean, I don't know.
Everything's
I'd
going
have to see.
streaming, Clyde.
Yeah, right in the middle of the show. Windows update.
Yeah.
See, I'm going to get my early pre-show. We were playing with guitars. In the future, you're going to get your virtual guitar, and it's going to virtually produce the music for you. But with
That's
your
called air
I was
guitar.
going
and
to say
it's
that's called
already
Spotify.
available, and it's free. It's great.
I mean,
Everything.
They
there's
even
use
have
cases.
air guitar
Hey,
championships.
everything is awesome.
I
There's
mean,
like
there
a-
are use cases for this, especially in the, in a business setting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, rather than, handing laptops out to everybody, right?
Sure.
You just have them log into the virtual PC here.
Yeah,
I
my
mean,
work is
there's definitely a lot of use cases. And then like, even for me, right? Sometimes I have to, not sometimes, a lot of times we have to use VPNs to remote into a customer's site. And those VPNs are set up by guys with Microsoft certifications. So guess what you got to have to VPN into their VPN, right?
You
So
have
then-
to, you have to have a little bit of attitude.
So
You
then
have to have a bachelor degree in something other than
Basket
yeah,
weaving.
Yeah, yeah.
printer
some-
repair. That's what it was.
Yeah. It's basically, Microsoft is the answer. What's your question?
right.
Is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So.
I agree.
So I mean, something like this could come in handy, if you get into a situation like that where you do need a little PC like that to access something, or if you're in a business setting to where you've got a sales staff of like 8 guys or 8 men and women, and then you've got maybe about another 5 back office people that need something like this, right? So I mean, it really could streamline the whole process, right? For those kind of things, right? But
I mean, there's definitely a use for VDI. It's just I don't think it's the one size fits all that they're kind of pitching it as. It's not for my parents. I don't even think it's for me. I've had to work on VDI in office before, and it's always a nightmare, and I demand a laptop.
Yeah. You say that because of bandwidth?
Well, just a lot of different things.
You think latency would be the issue?
Latency can be an issue. Bandwidth is an issue. Resources. My main thing is it's kind of hard to troubleshoot stuff when the network's down if you can't get to. I can't. You can't console into a switch with a terminal that isn't able to reach the VDI.
Right. I don't think virtual desktops are generally a good idea for tech, for IT people specifically. They can be good solutions for various other technology specialists like developers, where you may be wanting to do, like, especially, we use virtual boxes, virtual machines to do it, but virtual desktops are equally effective and potentially more beneficial from a resource perspective if you're trying to test your software on multiple devices and things like that.
I've met several receptionists that were somewhat happy with their virtual experience.
Yeah, I think we've looked at it for interns, because you don't want to necessarily buy them a laptop and give them a laptop when they're never even going to be in the office working remotely full time. On the other hand, if we set them up with a virtual machine, we do know a little bit about whether or not that data can be accessed and how it's accessed and stuff. And there's some good constraints there. So we're not giving them access on their personal laptops directly. They're accessing it on the virtual machine. So, there's a lot of benefits to it. I think that for the average home user, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. And especially in this, even the prosumer level, like I was talking about, doesn't make sense because it's too constrained. It just doesn't have as much horsepower as I think you would want if you were trying to do anything really intensive.
All right. So if you are a reason not to use this is if you're going to use this as a consumer at-home PC person, your computer is powerful enough to browse the web and do some basic docs. If it's powerful enough to stream something from the internet, you're probably powerful enough with your computer to do what you need to do with your already existing computer. Why have your computer suddenly become a dumb terminal when it could do all this work on its own?
Yeah. How does this support VR?
Well, eventually everything is streaming. Don't you know that the streamings are coming
I
to
mean-
VR too?
Well, the VR in the cloud will be when you can like actually dock your consciousness and up.
But
Yeah.
as a tech guy, actually, this is a really cool idea for this one reason. I have at work a virtual desktop that I go to all the time because no matter where I am, I can instantly RDP into that machine,
Sure.
into that server, and there's all my stuff
Yeah.
all ready to go, ready for me to do whatever I need to do, and then I can disconnect to it from it, and I can go back on my way, and nobody has to deal with anybody opening up their laptop, booting it up, or putting in more than one password to get past anything. It's just nice to have that instant access to the thing you need to work on, and having that at your fingertips, even in the cloud, could be useful. And also that restrictive, you want to make sure that whatever you're doing isn't leaving. There's got to make sure it's being restricted. There's cases for this all over the place.
This
Now, as
this
go
way
ahead.
you can code and drive at the same time. You can access it from anywhere, right?
well, I can't wait till I see Microsoft 365 on your Tesla screen right there. That makes sense, right? Because they have a browser on that, right? And it's gonna, they're gonna, of course, they're gonna do that.
They'll come out with the VR glasses, right? And then you'll have it there in front of you all the time.
Yeah.
Anyways, as far as pricing and who's going to have access to this, Microsoft has these plans that are the A1, A2, A3 plans, and the E3, E5 plans, the A5 plans. I was suspected we're going to see versions of this being as either an option or included with some of these more premium enterprise plans, and which means I might actually see this as an education guide, because they love to give us education guys really dirt cheap access to a lot of their high-end enterprise stuff, and I do mean dirt cheap. So I might be able to do something of this maybe soon. We'll see. I'll have to check it out when if it becomes available. Should be good. I don't know. Everything is streaming. Everything is streaming. That's just
Everything
the
is
future,
awesome.
right? Everything is awesome, and everything is streaming, and the side of the highway is on fire.
All right. Well, you know what isn't on fire?
What?
Our patrons, because they're smarter
Goodness.
than that.
Thank goodness.
Because they're smarter than that. Not too smart to have fallen for our tricks and like swindle. Oh wait, not swindles. What do you call it when it's not a swindle? It's
You've been volunteered.
Yes. No, they see value in what we do. And offer up their hard-earned cash every month. And for
They've
that,
been
we are
persuaded?
grateful.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
We are. So thank you. If you would like to become one of those people that is supporting us every month because you're awesome and you're smart, you're too smart to be on fire right now. Go to patreon.com/thewatchsquad.
Too smart to be on fire. Give us $1.
All right. Here we go. Rinse it. Alrighty. So rants, raves. What do we got?
I actually don't know what I want to rant or rave about this week, so I am going to rave to my friend Clyde, who in the pre-show today we're talking guitars, and let me know that I've got a really nice one that's worth some money, amazingly enough. And so it was awfully fun to kind of jam out with you in pre-show today. Just a little bit.
Rock on.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Enjoy it. Yeah.
I'm going
That thing shouldn't be hidden in a closet.
Sorry.
Should be out where you can touch it.
Okay. We'll work on that.
Great.
Yeah, Jimmy.
I think he was
I'm
pointing at me.
pointing to
I
Mike.
thought you were like me.
I don't have a lot to rant or rave about. I have been watching mostly Critical Role again, catching up on the first campaign that I only saw the first 15 episodes of initially. So I figure I have some downtime between episodes. I was watching it. I watched the first half of, so that's great. Rave about it. It was very good. It's worth watching if you haven't watched it. I watched the first half of Black Widow, and I honestly, I don't know what to think about it yet. I've enjoyed it okay, but I was not feeling well that day, so I gave up in the middle and went to sleep and haven't gotten back to it in 3 days. So maybe that's an indicator that it wasn't interesting enough for me to go back and finish watching it. Or it may just be that that I'm very forgetful and forgot about it, which is also true.
Let me ask real quick, from what you've seen, is it better than Captain Miserable?
By Captain Miserable, you mean Captain America?
Marvel.
Oh,
She
Captain
was
Marvel.
Miserable.
Oh, I didn't mind Captain Marvel, honestly, but that said, I would say this is probably better.
Okay, good.
But like I said, I haven't seen the last half of it, so
I did
Yeah.
see the entire thing.
and thumbs up, thumbs down in the middle.
And for me, that's saying something.
Yeah.
Glad you love it.
Like I said, I
I might.
expected I would love it. I watched the first half and haven't finished it.
Sure.
So
I mean,
If you
I
love-
loved Aquaman. Aquaman was one of the few that I've really liked, and everybody talked crap about it.
yeah.
Okay, if you love like broken family comedy, it's actually pretty good.
I don't know if I would put it that way,
Well,
but
See, I gotta watch
do
the
you like
second
when
half
people are miserable?
to get the rest of it. But
Go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, I just think that it's probably a decent movie. That's my theory. I was really excited to watch it. It's just been a weird week with my family gone and stuff, so I will watch all of it probably tomorrow or the next day with the whole family.
I bet you if I watched it again, it'd be better on a second viewing. So,
Is there any humor, or is it just kind of
There's
serious?
in the first half, there's very little.
Yeah.
There's maybe a little, but not much.
Okay,
again, it's the broken family drama humor.
but is it actually humor? Or are you just laughing at it?
Actually,
because you
it
feel
is pretty
superior?
damn funny. It's
Okay.
pretty funny.
Okay. That's what
The
I
broken
wanted.
family drama is pretty darn funny. I
Okay.
gotta say that is probably my favorite part of that movie. Absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it after a couple more viewings. I'm sure I'll watch it again sometime.
Word.
Yeah.
Jimmy?
All right. So I finished the final season of Bosch.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that. I thought it was an excellent season. You know, maybe not the best season they ever made, but definitely good. Right?
I mean,
Very entertaining.
it wasn't terrible. It wasn't
No, not
the
at all.
best. It was okay.
Yeah, it was a good season, and you know,
You looking forward to the next series?
I mean, they did advertise this as the final season of Bosch.
Yeah, they've got they'd already announced that there's a new show. It's Untitled Bosch spinoff. And the only characters that have been cast is him, his daughter, and what's her face, the lawyer. Money. Yeah, honey. So Mimi Rogers. So, and I mean, it goes right into what he did in the very last scene of the show. And
I mean, I will say this, right? It, let's see, what was that? The 7th season of Bosch, I believe it was. And, and if you watch the show, they kind of, like a lot of shows like this, right? They'll bring in characters for a season or so. And then all of a sudden, and then they'll just kind of go, right? And in this last season, what you'll see is they'll bring in some of those past characters that were in like some of the earlier seasons, right? They'll just kind of bring them in, they maybe come in for an episode or something like that, and then you might see them, go out again. But I thought that was a good way to kind of end the series, right? Is just kind of pull everything together, and then have this one big climactic ending to it, right? That does kind of set you up for something else, after this series finishes up.
Yep.
So yeah, really enjoyed that one.
Cool.
And also too, I'm watching season 2 of Mythic Quest, right? That's a pretty good show. No, I would say it's a entertaining show, but not as good as Silicon Valley. I thought Silicon Valley is a little better than Mythic Quest.
Silicon Valley had its moments.
Yes,
it had some really hard to watch seasons and some really great seasons. But
that's kind of how Mythic Quest is. I mean, there's like parts of, if you watch just one episode, right, there'll be parts of that episode to where it's like, okay, I don't, you kind of a little confused maybe, right? But then all of a sudden they'll jump in there, and then they'll do something to make you laugh, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this was worth watching, right? Yeah, that kind of thing. But yeah, that one's Mythic Quest is pretty good. If you like Silicon Valley, you'll probably like Mythic Quest as well. So I'll say it like that, right? So enjoying the second season so far of Mythic Quest.
all right.
Plus, the episodes, like Silicon Valley, are only like about maybe 25 minutes long, something like that.
Okay. So if you are an Amazon Prime member, you're looking for something to watch, you enjoy Irish humor, you really need to check out Frank of Ireland. It's one of these shows that in the first 5 minutes, you'll know if you're in or if you're out. And I absolutely loved it. It was very, very absurd. It's about basically a man-child that, is still living in a delusional world that he's going to be like a musician. He's like in his 30s, living with his mom, no job, but it's, oh, wait, hey, Jimmy went away. But show is hilarious. I'll speak. There's a couple things. I'll speak to something in the post show about it. But yeah, there's only like 6 episodes because it's a BBC show, and they're apparently too lazy to actually make seasons. So that's it. Frank of Ireland. Watch it.
Frank of Ireland.
There is absolutely nobody in that show that you will recognize from anything else.
Okay.
But it's okay. It's great.
All right.
All right. Well, oh, hey, Jimmy's back. Jimmy's back. All right. Just in time for me to say thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. If you're watching this after the fact, come join us live. Sometime we do this live every Wednesday night here on Twitch, 9 p.m. Central, Wednesdays. If you are watching this live, but you would rather not, you want to just listen to us instead, you can get the podcast anywhere where podcasts are available. And if you would like to watch the video after the fact, and the episode's no longer on Twitch, all of the back episodes for at least back to 100 are on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, search for the VOD Squad, and then hit subscribe if you haven't already, because a few more people, then you won't have to search for the VOD Squad. You'll be able to go to YouTube/the VOD Squad. But they're being mean and they won't let us do that right now because we need more subscribers there. But you guys can help us with that. And that is it. Anything else, guys, before we shut this down? Did I forget anything? Plugs?
I don't think so. Go talk.
Shout-outs?
We're gonna do titles after the show.
Yep.
I don't know.
Everybody that's going to be here for the post show, head on over to tvs.showbot.tv. Click that link in the chat if you can click it from whatever chat you're using. And head on over there, vote for everything that you think is worth being a title.
Obviously, not the Twerkforce.
Oh, the Twerkforce, absolutely.
It might win, but I don't think
I'm
it
down
should.
for the Twerkforce. All right. And on that note, I say goodbye. See you guys later.
Goodbye, sir.
Bye.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.